Hey everybody, it's Christos here, and well, I just wanted to say thank you all for the great support on my videos. I did not expect it at all. Like the Thunder Dragon video has over 900 views now and stuff like that. Like this is great support. So like I said, thank you all for that. This has been amazing. But today we're gonna be bringing you a different deck list, something that not many people are gonna be expecting. But it's a really fun one if you like machine type monsters, and it's a very non-meta, but it can hold its own in in the platinum rank pretty well actually. So yeah, we'll go by card, and I hope everybody enjoys. So first on the list is I'm gonna be real. I'm not going to try to pronounce these names. The Karakurus. Yeah, because I'm not going to try and pronounce this correctly. But anyway, number 4624 here. You went through them. What this card does is really cool. So it's a level 1 tuner. This card must attack if able. All of these monsters share that effect, by the way. And if this card is targeted for attack, change the battle position of this card. Quick effect, you could banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Karakuri monster you control, change its battle position. You can only use the effect of 4624 once per turn. So you can banish it from your graveyard, target one of your cards, then change its battle position. And a lot of the other cards have effects based off, if the battle position gets changed or not. It's a really good card. And one of the main combos for this deck utilizes this card like crazy. And we'll go over that the combo is in a bit. Then for the best normal summon in the deck, you really want to open this card all the time. It is hard to do that, but like I said, this is one of the best normal summons. It is Karakuri Merchant 177. So this card must attack if able. When this face-up attack position card is selected as an attack target, changes battle position. So you change it to defense position. Then when this card is normal summoned, you could add one Karakuri card from your deck to your hands. So the way to play is you want to normal summon him, then quickly add Bones 9763 to your hand. So that's the play. Then you could activate this card's effect, change the battle position of your merchant to defense, special summon Bones to your field. At this point, you have a 2 and a 5. This guy becomes a tuner when it's special summoned that way. And you can immediately go into your rank 7, your Shogun. So that's like the main play. Then Shogun, like I said, we'll go over the combos later. But like I said, this is by far one of the best normal summons in the deck. You really want to be opening with this card almost every game if you can. Then we got one Karakuri Barrel, number 96. This card's pretty cool. This card must attack if able. When this face-up attack position card is selected as an attack target, change it to defense position. Once per turn, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. You're using it as another target. You could bring it out at the end of your combo if you want another, tuner on the field. If you're looking for it, it's not that great. I'm using it just really for another name. So, like I said, you could probably cut this completely if you like, but having one of them in the deck is pretty decent. Then we got 3 Karakuris 224. This card is a 3 of. It is really good. What this card does is this card must attack if able. If this face-up card is targeted attack, change its battle position. During your main phase, you can normal summon one Karakuri monster in addition to your normal summoner set. This is a really cool effect. So you can summon it, and you get additional normal summons, so you can continue normal summoning monsters. So like I said, it is really good, and has 19,000 defense. So, doesn't really come up too often, but one of the plays, this does kind of matter. Then we got 3 hand traps, 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous. Yeah, negate searches or special summons from your deck. It's really good. I do advise running 3 of them right now in this format in particular. Yeah, so like I said, it is a really good card. Then we got 1 Karakuri Watchdog. This card's interesting. Watchdog is pretty cool because this card must attack if able. When this face-up card is selected as attack target, change its battle position. Like I said, all of them share that effect. Then when you take battle damage from a battle involving this card, all face-up Karakuri monsters you control gain 800 attack and defense until the end phase. It does not come up that often, but it is level 3 tuner. It is very searchable in this deck. So it's kind of a niche effect, but it might come up every now and then. I do advise at least running one of them just in case, because it is a level 4 tuner. So like I said, it does come up. Then we got 3 Infinitrack anchor drills. This is another pretty cool normal summon. When this card is normal or special summon, you could special summon 1 Earth machine monster from your hand in defense position except itself. You could target 1 other machine monster you control. The levels of both that monster and this card become the combined original levels of those 2 until the end of this turn. So basically, you could summon it, special summon any other Karakuri monster, and they become. So if you summon this and get this out, before 5/6, so they all become a level 6 card and stuff like that. Doesn't really come up that often, but you do want to do it just for extenders because you could summon it and easily get other cards out that you might need. So yeah, you could summon it, get Merchant out onto the field. If you have Bones in your hand already, you could use its effect to special summon, stuff like that. It's just a nice little extender. But like I said, you want to run 3 of them. They're pretty nice. Then we have arguably best special summon card in the deck, Bones number 9763. This card's fucking amazing. Basically has all the other effects, just like everyone of it. Must attack if able. Then on top of that, you have to change the battle position if this card does get attacked. If this card's in your hand, you could target 1 Karakuri monster you control, change its battle position, and if you do, special summon this card as a tuner. Also, you can't special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except Earth machine monsters. And you can only use the effect once per turn. Like I said, if you have Merchant, special summon Merchant, search out 9763. 9763, you can target that Karakuri, change it, battle position to defense, special summon this card, and at that point, you can start synchroning off like crazy. It's really good. The one weakness to this deck, and I will be real with you, it's really weak to like hand traps. This is why I want like Call by the Graves. So like if you get ashed on your searches, it really does slow you down quite a bit. The other big weakness is the simple fact Max C. Taking the Max C challenge in this deck is really, really difficult. Just so you're aware. But that's difficult in a lot of decks. Let's just be real. Then we got Harpie's Feather Duster. Back row hate like normal. I do advise at least having at least one of these in every deck you run lately. Eldritch and Platinum is crazy. Yeah, like I said, just run it. It will save you a lot of headache. Then we got 3 Machine Duplications. You can target 1 machine monster, you control 500 less attack, special summon up to 2 monsters with the deck with the same name. We do have quite a bit of targets for that, so you can target quite a bit of our cards. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 targets there, and you can special summon them. It's a quick way to just get multiple link monsters up on the field if you need to. But other than that, it's not the best card. You could probably cut this down to 2 copies if you really wanted to. 3 of them's kind of overkill, but I do like to have it. Then we got 1 Terraforming. You could probably cut this, to be honest with you, also, if you want to have more, going second cards, like infinite permanence and stuff like that. It would probably be good. We got 1 for 1. This is a great card. We have, we have a couple of targets you would really want to go for. The one target is this one right here. You could easily discard, special summon this card from the field, and just continue, be normal plays like normal. Then we got 2 Karakuri Caches. Cache is pretty cool. You can select 1 Karakuri monster you control, add 1 level 4 lower Karakuri monster from your deck to your hand, and change its battle position. So it's a great searcher, but you have to have a Karakuri on the field already. If you open one of them, that's why 1 and 1's really good. Then we got 3 Karakuri Oils. This is a really interesting kind of monster reborn for the deck. Activate this card by targeting 1 Karakuri monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and equip it with this card. Once per turn, if a battle position of a face-up Karakuri monster you control is changed, the equipped monster gains 500 attack and defense. Even if this card is no longer equipped. So that attack gain is permanent, which is really cool. And you can only activate 1 oil per turn. And there's some really good targets for this card. So it's really nice. We got one Karakuri Castle. It is the field spell of the deck. It's not a good field spell, but it does come up every now and then. When a face-up Karakuri monster you control selects an opponent's face-up monster's attack position, you can change that target's battle position. So if you go to attack an opponent's monster, you can change it from face-up at defense to attack, or attack to defense, depending on the situation. Then when this face-up card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can select one level 4 or higher Karakuri monster in your graveyard and special summon it. And that does count you synchros also. Like I said, it doesn't come up that often. Running 3 of them was really bricky, so I did cut that down to just 1, and it seems to be doing pretty well. Then we got one Karakuri Anatomy. This card is underrated. I would honestly probably try to run more of these if I had the room. Each time a Karakuri monster battle position is changed, place 1 counter on this card, max of them 2. You can send this card from the field to the graveyard to draw 1 card for each counter on this card. So basically, if you have 2 counters on it, it's a part of greed. It's really good, and you do change battle positions quite often. And like I said, if you could run more of these, definitely do it. We got 2 Called by the Graves. Yet again, getting rid of those Maxies or Ash Blossoms is fucking important. So definitely run these. Then for the traps, we have Karakuri Trick House. Activate only when the battle position face up Karakuri monster you control is changed. You can select 1 card on the field and just destroy it. I combine that with our in-game boss monster here. It's really good. By the way, you can cut a lot of these traps down to run any other traps you really want. This is what I'm running because of what I have available. Good other options, if you have them, like Infinite Permanence is really good. So if you have them, definitely I'll advise running them. Another really good one would be like if you have Forbidden Droplets and stuff like that, you know, just run those. Then we have our going second option here. We have Evenly Matched. Evenly matched at the end of the battle phase. If your opponent controls more cards than you do, you can make your opponent banish cards from their field face down so they control the same number of cards as you do. If you control no cards, you could activate this card from your hand. So like I said, if you're going second and your opponent sets up a board with like 5 monsters and they pass it, you go straight to your battle phase. In your battle phase, then activate Evenly Matched, and you force your opponents to banish monsters. It's really good. Like I said, for going second, I do advise running them. Like I said, if you don't have it really matched, if you have something other than that, like something better, like you know, Forbidden Droplet and stuff like that, that does kind of do the same purpose. So just so you're aware. Then we got one Karakuri Cash Inn. You can target 1 Karakuri monster you control and 1 effect monster your opponent controls. Change the battle position of your monster, and if you do, negate the effects of the opponent's monster until the end of this turn. If you control a Karakuri monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 face-up monster on the field, change that monster's battle position. You can only activate 1 Karakuri Cash Inn per turn. So why this card's pretty cool is you can negate monster effects. Of course, that's the primary reason to do it. But 1, its graveyard effect does, you know, change battle positions of monsters, not just your monster, but any monster on the field, and that would activate a lot of our other Karakuri effects. So like I said, it is really good, and I do advise running it. Then for our extra deck, so we got 1 Naturia Beast. Naturia Beast is really cool. You can get to this card pretty easily. What it states is when a spell card is activated, quick effect, you could send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. This card must be face up on the field to activate and resolve this effect. This is not a once per turn, by the way. So if it's on the field, your opponent activates a spell, send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard, negate it. If they activate another spell in response, you can negate it. Another spell, negate. Like, you could just negate anything. It's really kind of great for like Sky Striker form. You know, you're going to get Sky Strikers, they can't do anything. Just an FYI. Then we got 1 TG Hyper Librarian. We do synchro a lot in this deck. TG Hyper Librarian allows us to capitalize it on even more. When a monster is synchro summoned, you could draw 1 card. Simple as that. And it's not a once per turn. We got 1 Stardust Charge Warrior. When this card is synchro summoned, you could draw 1 card. That's all we're using it for. Then we got 1 Karakuri Shogun. If you could get 1 more of these, definitely put 2 in your deck. So when this card is synchro summoned, you could special summon 1 Karakuri monster from your deck. Once per turn, you could target 1 monster on the field, change the battle position. Simple as that. You synchro it, you can special summon a Karakuri, and you continue off synchroing. Then we got 1 FA Don Dragster. This card you can go into really easily. When this face-up card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage to it each time a face-up FA. You you're not using it for any of these effects. What you're using it for is once per turn when the opponent activates a spell/trap card, you could reduce this level by 2, and if you do, negate the activation. Yeah, if you do that, destroy that card. So yeah, you're doing it just for a spell or trap negate. That's what you really want this for. And it's really easy to go into this deck. Then we got 2 Karakuri Steel Shoguns. You want 2 of them for sure. Don't run 3, just that 2's plenty. Like I said, if you can get 2 of him, definitely do it. So Steel Shogun is pretty cool. When this card is synchro summon, you can special summon 1 Karakuri monster from your deck. Once per turn, if a battle position of face-up Karakuri monster you control is changed, draw 1 card. Yeah, it's really good. Then we got 1 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. This card you will go into quite a bit. It's very easy to go into also. So the point of this is once per turn when an other monster's effect is activated, quick effect, you could negate the activation if you do destroy that monster. And if you do that, this card gains attack equal to the destroyed monster's original attack, using it as just a straight up enemy, not enemy negate, but as a you know, a monster effect negation. So you can go into this card quite often. Then we got 1 Borderlord Savage Dragon. We are running some links, so this card is live pretty good. It is a straight omni negate. If you synchro it, you can equip 1 link monster from your graveyard to this card. If you do place burrow counters on it, then if your opponent does anything, you could remove a burrow counter and negate that activation. It's a really good card, so yeah, can't complain. Then we got 1 Karakuri Super Shogun. Super is the end boss monster you want to end on. When this card is synchro summoned, you can special summon 1 Karakuri monster from your deck. Monsters you control in defense position cannot be destroyed by battle. Once per turn, if a battle position of a face-up Karakuri monster you control is changed, except during the damage step, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and banish it. Now that's just 1 card they control. It could be monster, spell, or trap. It is really good, and it's really easy to change battle positions in this deck. So this card is always open, so that your opponent's turn or yours. It's just amazing. So that's the main lineup for synchros. Then for the link cards, we got 1 Infinitrack Glyph. This card does come up pretty often. When this card is sent from the field to graveyard, you can target 1 Xyz monster you control, attach this card to the monster. Like I said, when you're running any Xyz, you're running this just as an extension. So like you could special summon, normal special summon this, then go straight to link climbing. You really just be doing it for that one reason. It has a pretty cool effect. This card can't be destroyed by card effects. Like I said, you're really only doing it trying to get a link card into the graveyard for boil load. Then we got 1 Nightmare Cerberus. You can discard a card, then target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Nightmare Phoenix, same thing but for spell trap cards. Then 1 Apollosa, Bow of the God. Apollosa is really good. It's an omni negate no matter what, and you do spam the field like crazy in this deck, so this card should always be live. So like I said, we'll go in the games, and I hope everybody enjoys. If you're looking over here, by the way, you can see like some Fable cards. That's coming up in the next video, so I hope everybody stays tuned for that and enjoys. But for right now, let's get into the games for Karakuri, and yeah, I hope everybody enjoys. All right, thank you. Bye. All right, so our first game here is going to be against Dark Magician. Top Magician decks are pretty cool. They don't really do too much, but they are pretty fucking cool. So I opened up a pretty interesting hand. It's not the best, but yet again, it's not going to be the worst. So I do go first, and I do activate by summoning my Karakuri 224. Remember, her effect I would not be using, but I do activate Bronze Effect. Bronze Effect is I can target a Karakuri monster, change the battle position, and then special summon it. It becomes a tuner, and this is the issue I'm having now, because now I got 2 tuners. I do activate Cash House. Cash House effect, I can target one Karakuri card and change its battle position. In turn, I do get it. Activate her effect to normal summon, and at this point, I do get my merchant out in the field. Now I'm off to the races. Normally, I would be getting, like, with his effect, I'd be getting bronze or another card, but since I already have all the cards I need, I do get Cash Inn and Trick House. 2 interruptions for my opponent, and I do have the Monster Reborn. I'm feeling pretty good. So at this point, I do synchro off the 5 and the level 2 to get a level 7, and I do get Karakuri Shogun. Shogun's effect will activate, special summoning a card from my deck. I do special summon the 2/6, 2/4 in defense position. At this point, I synchro off those two yet again to get Steel Shogun. Steel Shogun's effect, I can special summon yet again, get yet another one, and then I go into Super Shogun. Super Shogun's effect, I can special summon yet another Karakuri. I do get another 2/4. Then I activate the Monster Reborn, the oil bringing back the Super Shogun, the Steel Shogun, and I set my both back row. At this point, I'm feeling really good, and let's see what my opponent can do. He activates Magician's Salvation, setting Eternal Soul. I'm like, okay, not going to do anything yet. He activates Dark Magic Curtain, sacrificing half his life to special summon a Dark Magician. This is not a good play. And he sets. And during his end phase, I activate my my 2/6/2/4, targeting one of my Karakuris, and this is going to activate a lot of effects. First off, my Steel Shogun effects are going to go off. I get to draw a card. My Gamma is going to go off, increasing its attack. So that's that. Then my Super Shogun's effects are going to go off, banishing a card. I activate that, getting rid of his Eternal Soul. I activate Trick House to destroy a card on the field. On top of that, he does activate Illusion Magic. He tributes one spellcaster to add 2 copies of Dark Magician from his deck or graveyard. I'm like, that doesn't do anything. So he just basically lost, no matter how you want to look at this. Illusion, he gets 2 Dark Magicians. So he grabs Dark Magician and Dark Magician. I don't know what that third card is, but at this point, Trap House would activate. Dark Burning Magic, you know, got taken care of. I don't know why he didn't activate that. Maybe he couldn't, but I don't know why he didn't try to. Then I did banish Light and Dark also. He's just not doing too good at this stage. I end up drawing. I get Castle and Terraform. Terraforming's just a brick at this point. Can't do anything with it. Activate Castle. Castle's effects. He activates Eternal Souls. I'm like, okay, doesn't really do anything. Eternal Souls, like I said, doesn't really do much. It brings back a Dark Position, but I feel pretty confident. I change defense position. I draw a card. Effect gets off yet again. And Shogun, so I get to banish a card. I actually banish his Eternal Soul because Eternal Soul's effect will kick in, destroying all monsters he controls. And at this point, it's game. He can't do anything. So Dark Position gets done, and I go in my battle phase. But before I can do that, he just surrenders. We'll show you off another game here in a moment. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, so for the second game here, we are playing against Elemental Heroes, Destiny Hero in particular. I actually really love Destiny Heroes, or an Element. I love Heroes altogether. So, I end up going first here, and my hand is, this is not looking too good, to be honest with you. This is not looking great. So what I've been doing is summoning Watchdog, activate Cash. Cash's effect would activate, changing Watchdogs to defense, and at this point I can't do anything else. I get a card for my next turn, so that way I actually have a play, then I have evenly matched, and we'll see what happens. So my opponent first sets 1, and he activates Fusion Destiny, sending 2 cards to his deck to the graveyard, activating a Dystopia. Dystopia gets raised. At this point, he activates effect by destroying one of my cards, and he goes into battle. And like I said, I'm not really feeling too good about this. His end phase, I do activate evenly match. He has to banish 2 of his cards, so all he has left is Dystopia on the field. I'm feeling pretty good, and he ends. So all he has is Dystopia. Dystopia has no negates, no nothing. I'm feeling pretty good. Activate Merchant. We all know the song and dance. Since I drew for turn the bronze, I did get Trick House. Normally, like I said before, you wouldn't get bronze if you don't have it in your hands. So activate bronze effect, which changes the defense, special summon, and I'm off to the races. We all know the song and dance. We just saw it before. I get Shogun. Shogun's effect allows me to special summon. I special summon the level 1 tuners, go off again, and get Steel Shogun. Steel Shogun's effect will go off. At this point, I activate the level 1 tuner in graveyard. I do this because I want to draw a card. So I change it to defense position, special summon, his effect will go off, I get a draw card, draw Ass Blossom for the next turn, which is great. Then I go into Super Shogun. Super Shogun's effect will kick in, I special summon yet again from my deck, and I activate Oil's effect. I bring back the Steel Shogun, and I go for battle. I attack over and attack for 28. At this point, in phase, in my turn, my opponent draws for turn. He main phase 1. He normal summons Stratos. At this point, I will Ash Blossom that because I can. And then he is going to concede. Kind of sucks. I wish I wanted to see more of that, but hey, it all happens. On that, we'll show one more game, and I hope everybody's enjoying. Alright, this is the last game. I tried my best to get a couple clips from this. I really did enjoy this deck, and sadly, I just kept on getting people surrendering, and it was really frustrating. So yeah, I opened up really good here. This is just amazing. I got Merchant, I got Bronze, I got Feather Duster. Like, this is a really good hand. So we all know the song and dance. I normal summon Bronze, get a Trick House because I already got Bronze in my hand. I use Bronze effect, changing it, Merchant to defense, and at this point I do get a level 7. I get Shogun's effect kicks in. I get special summon. Then I sync off again to level 8. I get Steel Shogun's effect kicks in. Then I will synchro. I yet again want to draw a card, so I change my Steel Shoguns to defense. Steel Shogun, I get the level 1 again. Draw a card. I got Oil. This is just perfect. Super Shogun is on the field at this point. Activates effect, special summon. Activate Oil, get my level 7 back onto the field. My level 8 back onto the field, and I set 1. No matter what, my opponent's going to have a hard time. I have no idea what he's playing at this time frame. He does go attack. I'm like, okay. So change happened. I get a draw card. Oil effect kicks in, and my my Super Shogun kicks in, and then on top of that, I activate Trick House. So I just really screwed this guy up. Trick House, I attack one of his back rows, I banish his monster, Oil takes in, and I draw a card. And at that point, he's just going to concede. It was Phantasm Spiral Battle. I've never played against a Phantasm deck. I was actually really hoping to see more of that. Sadly, that's going to be all the games. I tried my best to get more footage. But like I said, this was it a lot here. A lot of people just, surrendering. This is really impressive. I love, being able to synchro climb like this. I'm probably going to be bringing this or, Fables, into the synchro event that's going to be happening in a couple weeks. But I'll have a video out when that comes later on. So like I said, I hope everybody enjoys this video, and if you do, leave a like, and I'll see you next time. All right, thank you so much. Bye.